Hey, yeah, oh, 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 yeah.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, the biggest news I saw, by the time I post this, I just saw that SCOTUS told Trump he has immunity. So they can't charge him. He won. Trump wins. So, oh well, bye-bye all them cases. SCOTUS said he had immunity. You know, the Democrats are losing their fucking minds. All them celebrities that have TDS are losing their fucking minds. Woo! Anyways, that's the big news I saw. Also, they also, like a day or so ago, they said the January 6th people that's been charged and arrested and put in jail, that wasn't even there. FBI set all that shit up to arrest them. They had to, SCOTUS said, nope, you gotta drop all them charges. You cannot charge them with felony, all that, because they didn't go in there and destroy a bunch of documents and shit. They just walked around. So they're like, no, you can't, you can't charge the people that were even there that just walked around with felony charges. Sorry, can't do it because they committed no crime. You know, they especially can't do it to the ones that weren't even there, but they still charged them and hunted them down. So, all that's gone. Done. So, shit's being thrown back at the Democrats for, pulling all this shit here lately. Anyways, I digress. Those were the two big ones that I saw in the news today, or here recently. Let's get on to what I really want to talk to you about. Now, I got a couple of video games, retro video games that I'll be talking about, like in the next coming weeks. I got a couple of them to go over with you. But until then, I'm going to go over with you something I just recently got done watching. I just got done watching all 8 seasons of the TV show called Castle. Now, I like Nathan Fallon. He's hilarious. I'm not a big fan of the new show he's doing called The Rookie. He's just not as funny. I don't know why. It seems like they focus more on the women than him. And he's the main star. So I don't get it. But whatever. Yeah, I just got done watching all 8 seasons of Castle. Now, I'd watched like up to season 5 or 6 when it first came out before. But I didn't get past that because once him and Detective Beckett got married, it just changed the whole dynamic. It wasn't as good anymore. I guess I could say. Wasn't as funny. It was okay, but it wasn't nearly as good. Something changed. You know, the dynamic wasn't working the way it should anymore. With all 2000 up to date till now shows, you're going to have to deal with some feminism. It's just unavoidable. It's almost in every fucking TV show anymore. This feminism crap, which has been debunked, and no, it's a big lie. Everybody knows it's a con. Most evil cult in our entire history. But anyways, naturally Beckett, Detective Beckett at first, she's like in charge. She's got a couple guys. There's Ryan and Esposito. They're her two underlings, I guess you would call them. Her team. Now Castle comes in as a consultant through most of the show, but when he first shows up at, you know, first season, he's writing a new novel, and he's wanting to write it about a female cop. So he talks to the mayor, which is a buddy of his. He's already successful as a writer, a murder mystery writer. He talks to the mayor, who's a buddy of his, and they're letting him join the 12th precinct to this female cop, Detective Beckett, which he finds very attractive. And secretly, she finds him very attractive, and you know, is a big fan of his. But at first, she don't let on that she is, because she kind of finds him annoying at first. But it should have been flipped. She should have been the writer, and he should be the detective. Is how it should have been. But no, they flipped it around because of the feminism bullshit. Like she's this badass super cop, you know, fucking, and you're just like, yeah, okay, get the fuck out of here. But it kind of worked because he was, you know, screwing with her and Ryan Esposito, you know. He was giving them all shit, you know. I think it was season 3, they got rid of the captain, which was a black dude, and they replaced him with a black woman, liberal woman. I mean, she was okay. The actress is okay. But, you know, I was just like, I don't know. I didn't care for her like I did the original captain. I liked him way better. Anyways, throughout most of the series, you're having to deal with this, you know, Beckett's mom got killed by this guy. If you haven't seen the show, I'm not going to tell you who he is. But he ends up killing her mother, and she's constantly trying to figure out who it is. She eventually, at Castle, she asked Castle not to get involved because, you know, when she first joined the force, she was obsessed on trying to find her killer and couldn't find her, so she put it away. But Castle ends up digging in and trying to find out who it is behind her back. And then they end up looking for this guy together. They eventually find out who it is. Castle, he kind of has an enemy too, this serial killer. I'd say about, I can't remember if it was season 1 or season 2. They introduced a serial killer called the 3X Killer. So he has a reprising enemy that shows up from time to time through most of the seasons, because he's constantly trying to kill Castle, and Castle's trying to have to figure out how to stop him. But anyways, the show's not bad. It's pretty good. I like it. I've never watched Murder, She Wrote, but in the fact that it's a writer, murder mystery writer, trying to help the police, it's kind of similar in that aspect. But I've never watched Murder, She Wrote. I've heard it's a good show, but I don't know. Angela Lansbury just doesn't do it for me. The Castle's, it's pretty funny. It's a good show as far as the murder mystery aspect. Like I say, you just got to deal with some of the feminism. And once they went into like 7 and 8, season 7 and 8, I don't know what the fuck happened when they got married. It just changed. Her being captain, and she's usually at the precinct all the time. So he's kind of half-assed running this private detective agency he started up for himself with his daughter and this black British agent, which made no sense. Like, I don't understand why they had a black female British agent. It made no sense. She just felt really out of place. I didn't like her character at all. But the main guy, apparently the guy that killed her mother, which they eventually caught, he had a partner. In the last few seasons, they're trying to find out who, someone named Lockset, that was the nickname he went by, and they're trying to track him down. And they do shit to each other, they lie to each other, and all kinds of crap. They think they're protecting the other one. Eventually they get together, start working on it together, and they catch the guy. And that's the end of the series. I didn't like the whole... at one point in time, she tried to join the FBI, and this Indian dude, he shows up for the last few seasons as a tech guy, which they already had a tech chick, this girl who did tech, and I liked her, but then they brung in this Indian dude, and I couldn't stand him. He was annoying as fuck, that character. I hated that character. But his mother, the character for his mother, Martha Rogers, she was a little over the top. I wasn't a big fan of that character at all. She was just annoying. I hated when she was on the screen. Now, Alexa, his daughter, I mean, she's a looker. The actress, she's pretty good looking. But she's not naturally redhead, unfortunately. You know, she's like blonde, sandy blonde or something. I've seen her Twitter or whatever. But yeah, her character was alright. Wasn't bad. She didn't bother me. And then you had the coroner. Two coroners, actually. One of them was a guy who Castle and him would give each other shit all the time. He didn't like Castle, so they would constantly bicker back and forth. And then there was oh my gosh, her name's drawing a blank on me. There was another woman, a black woman, I believe. Her and Esposito kind of had a thing going. She was okay, but she was pretty feminist too. So she liked to argue. She's very argumentative. Lainey, I think her name was Lainey. Anyways, the show's good. It's okay. You know, like I said, you just got to deal with quite a bit of feminism. It's in everything anymore. It's a shame because it's a big con. It's a lie. It's been debunked 100 times. But whatever. I give the show 2 thumbs up. Nathan Fallon's, I like him. He's a decent actor. He's pretty funny. I don't care for his new show. Now, the one who played his daughter, Alexis, she actually went on to another show where this woman had like psychic visions or whatever. But they only did 1 season of it. And, you know, the woman saw like ghosts or some shit like that. She was kind of psychic, like a psychic medium. And I thought it was going to take off, but it didn't, which sucked. Because, you know, I thought it was going to be a decent show, but whatever. Anyways, I'm going to touch base with you on, again, I told you I'm binge watching that series called Alone on the History Channel. And we're on to season 5. I've already watched season 6. And I'm on to season 7 now, but I'll get to 6 next week. Right now, I'm going to tell you about season 5, which so far happens to be my favorite season. So far, even though I'm watching season 7, I'm almost done with it. I'm practically done with it. But I liked season 5. It's my favorite so far. They actually went somewhere else. They went to Mongolia. And I was like, oh wow, that place is... Wherever they dropped them off at, that place was awesome looking. Because, you know, there's several areas in Mongolia, but this place was neat looking. I liked it. I liked that river running all the way through the land thing. That was actually pretty fucking cool. The colors were cool. A lot of yellows and oranges, along with the white birch trees. It's just cool. That cool looking land. It was awesome looking. Again, all that fucking drama bullshit with the families and crap. Fuck off. I don't want to hear about that shit. I don't fucking care if you miss your fucking family. Who fucking gives a fuck? Nobody. Stop talking about your damn family all the time. I get it. We get it. But you're only out there for maybe a month or so, and you're fucking bitching and whining about missing your fucking family. Like you've never gone that long without being around your fucking family. It's so dumb. Ugh. Stupid. Anyways. Again. Food. Food always seems to be the main problem with this show. Nobody seems to be able to keep fucking getting food. It's like, oh, the fish dried up. I can't get any more fish. It's fucking winter. Well, no shit, because they're gone deeper away from the fucking water's edges. They're not going to feed as much. Everybody knows this shit. But that's the one thing they try to rely on, is that damn fish. Fuck off. You gotta fucking catch some fucking game. It doesn't have to be like huge game, but you're gonna have to learn how to fucking catch some game too. You don't need a bow and arrow to fucking catch game. It helps, but you can lay traps. Just drove me nuts all the time. Oh, I'm just starved myself because I don't know what else to do. I could be out there laying traps, but I don't do it. Whatever. That does eventually change though. I'll wait till next week. But anyways, the one thing that really irritates me the most, about every season, besides the drama, family drama BS, is that they always build their shelters right next to the fucking water. Like, seriously. That's a big no-no. 2, 90% of the time, they first start laying their beds on the fucking ground. Again, 101. You don't put your fucking ass on the fucking ground. It's bad. Also, you know, you don't want to get too high elevated to build your shelter or camp, but you don't want to build it right low and right next to the water where you're going to freeze your fucking ass off. You know, if you build it too high, like you go way up on a mountain or some shit, it's going to get cold up there too. You got to build it midway. You got to find a hill somewhere. The other thing is they always want to use the wood for the shelter. And that fucking tarp. Oh my god. Always the fucking tarp. You think that tarp is going to keep fucking the cold out? Yeah, eventually they put crap on top of the tarp and shit. But seriously. Stop building shelters out of fucking tarp. I'm not talking about the temporary when they first get there. I'm talking about their permanent shelter. Stop. Stop using the fucking tarp. Anyways. And through all 5 seasons, I never seen one contestant try to go up like a little bit up on a hill where there's rock formations, maybe find a cave or something like that, or try to build their shelter mostly out of rocks. They always want to do trees. And rocks, you should do it out of rocks because it'll absorb that fucking heat and keep your place hot, warm. But no, they never do it. That changes too. You'll see next week. But, like I said, always about the food. They're never prepared for the fucking food. And most of them end up starving themselves. Now, what's different about the season 5 is they brung in all past contestants from the first 4 seasons. Which is fine, I guess, but, you know, they get a second chance, yada, yada, yada. The one guy I could not stand. I'm glad who won. I can't remember who it was that won. But I was okay with him for winning because on his season he got like second place. And he finally won this round. The one guy I couldn't stand was that Larry guy. Oh my god, he would overreact and over-emote, just like a woman. Just drove me up the fucking wall. That's another thing. The women that coming on this show, just about all of them's all, I want to do this for womankind everywhere. Because I'm a fucking piece of shit feminist. They're all feminist. Like, they want to beat the guys and blah, 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 you know. Show that women are stronger than men and blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here with that feminism bullshit. Jeez. Women's minds have been so warped and fucking brainwashed by that bullshit. Anyways, this has been my favorite season so far. If you watch the show, season 5, awesome. Hopefully they have another season where they do something really good like that. But here's another thing. I'm tired of them doing like freezing ass cold places like in Canada and shit. Someone's got a hard on for Canada for this show. Because they love fucking Canada. I don't. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Canada. I'm just not a fan of fucking freezing ass cold places. if this is a survival show, why don't they do a season in Africa? You know, Saudi Arabia, in the desert. Let's see them try to survive in a desert environment. Or out on a scarce tropical fucking island where it's rainy all the fucking time and hot and humid and, you know, fucking shit like that. Stop going to these freezing ass cold places in Canada. There's more places to go than fucking Canada. Jesus. Anyways, I'm just saying, if it's a survival show, then do more places to survive than just fucking Canada. It's the dumbest shit. Moving on. Yeah, my favorite season. 2 thumbs up for season 5. It was pretty good. Alright. Let's get on to your B movie reviews. Okay, movieaholics. This week is Horror Week. And I went with a couple of, you know, the horror rock band type movies. There's a few of them in the 80s. The first one that I watched was a movie called Black Roses. And it starred John Martin and Carla Ferrigno. It was done in 1988. And I think it went straight to video because there was no box office numbers on it. Basically, you have this rock and roll band who are actually demons, and they're trying to convert young teenagers into doing fucking horrible acts and shit. You know, they're trying to brainwash them, that kind of shit. They go to this little, it made no sense because they're this big rock group, but they go to this fucking rinky-dink fucking town out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, no one's ever even heard of this fucking little tiny town. But they're going to go play, this big rock band is going to go play at this little rinky-dink town. They actually cause some of the teenagers to run amok and kill a few people and shit. Until this one poetry teacher, you know, he kind of burns them in this building, which freaks out all the teenagers. They realize what they've done and they run out. And the demons burn, blah, blah, blah. And at the very end, you see that the demons are still alive, and they're on TV, and they're going to get to play at Madison Square Gardens in New York for all the teenagers in New York. And the teacher sees it on TV, and he's all, oh shit, we're fucked. And that's the end of the movie. The movie was pretty fucking cheesy. I mean, the acting was not very good. I mean, it was watchable, but it wasn't very good acting. It was okay for what it was. I give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. You check it out if you want. It's okay for a one-time watch, but it reminded me of like one of them Christian movies or Hallmark movies where the actors are just, yeah, you know. Anyways, the next one I watched was called Trick or Treat. It was done in 1986. It made about $7 million worldwide, which wasn't much. And then it starred Mark Price and Lisa Orgolini, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, you had some really decent actors in this one. You even had Ozzy Osbourne made an appearance as a preacher, and you also had a short, I wouldn't call it a cameo because he did play a character called Nuke, Gene Simmons, but it wasn't a very long scene. He's like some radio DJ or some shit. Anyways, it's about this, you know, the teenage boy who's misunderstood, blah, 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 likes rock and roll. And, you know, the jocks are giving him a hard time all the time. This one girl, she kind of half-ass likes him. Now, I don't know where they get, like, some good-looking chick likes the outcast, because that never, ever happened. I'm telling you now, that never happened in any scenario during the 80s. You didn't have some hot-ass chick, preppy chick, who liked the fucking outcast, or, you know, the guy they thought was odd or weird because he liked heavy metal or some shit. No, it never happened. So I don't know where they get that concept, because you see quite a few movies that do that kind of shit back in the 80s. It made no sense because it never happened. I don't care who it is, it never happened. Not in reality. Anyways, the story is he likes this particular rock star. The rock star dies. Gene Simmons, who plays Nuke, the DJ, he gives him a demo record, the last record this guy supposedly does. He'd already pre-recorded it for his radio show, so he gave him the record. The kid takes the record home and starts playing the record backwards and summons up the spirit of this rock star who he wants revenge on these prep boys because they keep doing fucking dirty shit to him. So the rock star starts killing them all. Now, this movie was pretty much done supposedly back when, you know, fucking, it's been going on for quite a while. But it was really bad in the 80s or so, when they thought that, you know, rock music, you know, they were all doing satanic messaging by playing the records backwards and all that BS, that baloney. Was there some rock bands who probably did that shit? Sure, but it was all BS. It had nothing to do, you know, it wasn't really satanic rituals or messages, you know, it's just dumb. But anyways, now this rock star that appears, I like this dude. He's pretty fucking cool. Now, it kind of reminded me of the movie Shocker, if you've ever seen it. You know, I don't know what the deal is. They took the same well, actually, I'm not sure if this was actually before Shocker or not. Anyways, the concept of, you know, this, you know, spiritual being, this undead spirit being conjured up, it has the power of light, electricity or whatever. You know, it's not a new concept. Or maybe it was. Maybe this was the first one. I don't know. But, you know, he was kind of like a boogeyman. You know, he's a spirit back from the dead who can use electricity. I liked him, dude. I wish they would have done more, honestly, but no. Eventually, the main kid, Eddie, he takes this dude and she drowns him in a lake of water to kill the guy, which it would have killed him too, so it made no sense that he was still alive. While the girl that likes him, she went inside the studio or the radio station. Nobody's there. How they're able to get in when the door's locked, I don't know. But she goes in and she destroys the tape that was in the studio. He had something to do with the music that he played that was on the tape. If it ever got on a tape or some shit, you know, he could use that to bring himself out through his music being played. So she went and destroyed the last known tape or recording of this rock star's music. And that's the end of the movie. Like I said, I wish they would have done more, because I liked this. I liked the character, the Sammy character, the rock star. You know, he's pretty cool. But whatever. This was a really great movie. Even though it's B-rated, it's actually pretty damn good for what it was. You know, yeah, it was a little bit cheesy. I mean, it was 80s. But it was still really good. I give it 2 thumbs up. Definitely check this movie out if you want to see some rock star, boogeyman kind of shit about summoning spirits. You know, it's actually pretty cool. So that's all I have for you this week. I hate saying that. If you have anything to say about what I talked about earlier in the video, leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you could think of any B-rated or underrated flicks, movies that you think I may never even have heard of or seen, because there's a lot of horror flicks that I've never even heard of or seen. It's going to take a while to get through them. The genre that I know a lot about is the sci-fi B movies. I know about a bunch of them, and there's still quite a few of those I haven't gotten through. The horror ones, I don't know a whole lot about. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. The action movies, I know most of the B-rated action movies. However, the ones that are hard to find are the fantasy movies. That's why most of them are like whimsical kind of crap. I've done just about all the sword and sorcery type movies, you know, but most of it's all whimsical comedy crap that I haven't done, or it's you know, some of your superhero type movies would be considered fantasy too, sci-fi or fantasy. So like I said, if you think I've never even heard of something or whatever, especially in the fantasy genre, please leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below, and I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So until next time, I told you you'd be told the truth, and you just been told.